whenever I engage in discussion talking about the benefit of exercises and why we should relax and do physical exercises and distress as working people, as adults, with my friends and my colleagues, most times they usually give the excuse of working so hard and the work they do is enough exercise for them. So there's no need for any separate exercise or physical exercises. So they tend to bring up this argument. And I realize that the body and the mind doesn't interpret work as physical exercise, because there's a connection between the body and the mind, which is called the body and mind mechanism, or the body and mind dualism, that whatever the mind interprets, it sends signals to the body, and whatever the body interprets, it also sends signal to the mind. So there's a feedback mechanism between the body and the mind, or a connection or a relationship between the mind and the body. For example, the mind interprets stress situation and sends signal to the body, which then interprets it and send feedback. For example, if you go to work, the way the mind interprets you being at work and you being at home will be different. So when you are at work, even if you are just resuming work and you have not done anything for that day, the mind already knows that you'll be having a lot of stress that day, you'll be having a lot of tasks and challenges to overcome that day. So it tends to prepare itself to overcome those situations and those tasks. So when you are at work, the way your body reacts or interprets the situation of or environment is different from the way the mind sends signals to the body. When you're at home, when you're in your parlor watching TV, your mind knows that you are in a relaxed situation. So the kind of signal is sent to the body will be different from the kind of signals is sent to the body when you're at work. For example, when you're at work, you are having a pressure situation or a stressful situation, the mind tends to recognize this stressful situation and sends stress hormones into the bloodstream, like corticosteroid. And this corticosteroid could also stimulate the production of adrenaline, the flight and fright hormone, which help to prepare your body to react to those stress situation, to adapt to that stress situation. And when the body takes this signal, the body is on its own also stimulate the production of free radicals in the body. So when free radicals are being released into the body, or when they accumulate in the body, they could be very harmful. So when you are walking, you are not exercising, you are increasing the level of stress hormones in your body, you are increasing the level of free radicals in your body. And when these free radicals increase in the body, they are predisposing factors, they are causative factors to a lot of disease condition, they are predisposing factors to a lot of health issues, because they accumulate, they destroy a lot of body cells, they destroy a lot of body tissues, and before you know, they affect the person as a whole or the organism as a whole. So there has to be a way to balance stress in order for it not to start destroying the body tissues. So, and how do we balance this stress? Is by distressing, by relaxing, by doing physical exercises. So when you do physical exercises, the body recognizes that this is a relaxed environment, this is a relaxed situation. So it stimulates, the mind stimulates the body to release the feel-good hormone known as endorphins, which help to counteract the effect of free radicals in the bloodstream, which help to counteract the effect of free radicals in the body. So you cannot escape stress in life. You cannot escape working. You just have to work to make sure that you earn a living. But that doesn't mean that you should confuse work with exercise, because you are only accumulating free radicals in the body. You are only accumulating stress hormones in the body. So how do you balance this? is by exercising, is by distressing, having time to go on vacation, having time to do physical exercises, which endorphin or the feel good hormone will now neutralize the effects that the work or the stress situation you have gone through might have caused. So the feel good hormone, the endorphin, neutralize or try to like balance it up. So if you keep on saying the work I'm doing is exercise already, so you keep on working, and nothing is neutralizing the effect of the free radicals in the body, nothing is neutralizing the effect of the stress hormones being released into the body, the effect of the corticosteroid being released into the body. At the end, when a lot of body cells and body tissues has been damaged, the individual as a whole, as a person, will finally break down, or it will stimulate a lot of disease condition. That's when you start hearing different disease condition. The tissues in the body have been damaged as a result of too much free radicals on the epidermis or the dermis. You start having dermatitis. You start having an issue with liver cirrhosis when a lot of liver cells have been damaged or liver tissues have been damaged. When the brain cells have been damaged, you start having issue with the brain. So we have to find a way to balance stress and endorphin. So the level of free radicals and the level of endorphins in the body have to neutralize each other, have to be balanced. So in as much as you are working, you have to find time to distress. You have to find time to go on vacation. You have to find time to do physical exercise. You have to find time to go to the gym. You have to find time to eat good food, eat balanced diets, for it to neutralize the effects of the free radicals in the body, for it to neutralize the effect of the corticosteroid, for it to neutralize the effects of those negative or harmful neurotransmitter or chemotransmitters in the body. So start giving the excuse that work that you do is enough exercise. Work is not enough exercise. The body is not confused about this. The mind knows that if you are working, it's a stress situation. The mind sends signals to the body that your work that you are doing is a stress situation, and it releases stress hormones into the body, bloodstream, into the body, which then stimulate the production of free radicals that can damage body tissues and body cells. So even if you are confused, your mind and your body is not confused. They tend to understand the context. They tend to understand the context that you are at work. They also know that the context of you being at home, they know how to interpret it and send signals to each other. So there's a feedback mechanism between the body and the mind. So they send feedback to each other, vice versa. So tend to understand this and know that work is not exercise, because the mind and the body knows that work is not exercise. So they know what feedback to give to each other. So please exercise more, be more active, go on vacation, eat balanced diets and eat fruits. Make sure that you relax your mind. And because if you stress too much, it goes to a point that the body also sends feedback to the mind that you are not living healthy, and the mind will get to a point that it gets depressed, you become more anxious, and it's very harmful to your health. Please